In 2023, two federal agents on a routine operation spotted a massive glowing orange orb hovering silently in the evening air. As they watched, the orb began launching smaller red balls of light, like a mothership deploying drones, before vanishing in seconds. These were trained federal officers who provided sworn statements to the U.S. government, moving this account from the realm of internet speculation into the official record. This report is part of a recent public release by the U.S. Department of War. They published 162 previously classified files, including 28 videos, detailing decades of anomalies the government cannot explain. Sensor data in these files shows objects taking 90-degree turns at 80 miles per hour. According to the laws of physics and inertia, such a maneuver is impossible for any known aircraft. With 400 cases remaining unidentified by official sources, a vacuum of information has formed, and the public has filled it with the assumption that these must be extraterrestrial. To understand these objects, we must map where they appear. The pattern begins in 1947 New Mexico. Sightings then spiked across Germany and the Soviet border. Modern files show dense clusters in Iraq, Syria, and the Indo-Pacific. This map of UFO sightings isn't random. It is an identical overlay of the most heavily militarized U.S. conflict zones and historical Cold War frontlines. The origin of the modern alien myth dates back to June 1947. A pilot named Kenneth Arnold reported seeing 9 objects moving like a saucer would if you skipped it across water. Newspapers misunderstood Arnold's description of the object's movement and instead reported it as their shape. This error gave birth to the term flying saucer. 2 weeks later, the military initially claimed they recovered a flying disc in Roswell, New Mexico, fueling a global media frenzy. It took until 1994 for the government to admit the truth. Roswell was actually a crashed high-altitude spy balloon from a secret program called Project Mogul, designed to detect Soviet nuclear tests. The U.S. military realized that letting the public believe in aliens served as the perfect cover. It kept their sensitive Cold War espionage activities hidden in plain sight. The alien cover-up was a deliberate smokescreen, allowing the U.S. to test advanced military aerospace technology while the world looked for Martians. This 1947 playbook is still in use today to explain the sightings in Iraq, Syria, and the Indo-Pacific. The football-shaped object spotted near Japan in 2024 matches the profile of a modern high-altitude surveillance asset, not a spaceship. We know these programs exist. In 2023, a Chinese spy balloon was shot down over America, confirming that foreign adversaries are using these platforms to probe American defenses. Even the physics-defying orange orbs from 2023 are explained by modern drone technology. China has developed mothership drones capable of launching swarms of smaller sensor units to overwhelm monitoring systems. These objects are not from another world. They are evidence of an ongoing, highly classified drone and surveillance war being waged by foreign powers. If terrestrial drones explain what happens in our atmosphere, we still have to address the most resilient accounts, the sightings reported by astronauts in orbit. During the Gemini 7 mission, Frank Borman reported a bogey, a distinct unidentified object flying alongside their capsule, separate from their booster rocket. During Apollo 11, Buzz Aldrin reported seeing strange light flashes inside the cabin and unexplained laser light glints on the lunar surface. NASA and the astronauts eventually identified mundane causes for these events, such as sunlight leaking through window covers, cosmic radiation particles, or space debris. Extraordinary claims still require extraordinary evidence. In 2024, the Pentagon's All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, or ARO, released its final word on decades of these investigations. The report states there is no evidence of extraterrestrial technology or secret programs attempting to reverse engineer alien craft. This raises a political question. Why release 162 uncontextualized, mysterious files now? Critics point out that this data dump arrived just as the news cycle was focused on damaging stories like the Epstein files. Mystery thrives when transparency is absent. By feeding the public's obsession with UFOs, the government can shift attention away from political failures and the reality of an aggressive, ongoing global surveillance war.